Hi guys, so for this reteach, what I did was I looked at the Romeo and Juliet test and I took the questions that quite a few kids got incorrect. Our average was a 72%, so not bad at all. And we didn't have a lot of questions that a ton of kids got incorrect. So we're kind of lucky in that respect. So the first thing I need you to do is just sign in so that I know that you have viewed this section, and you need to make sure that you answer every single question that is asked of you on this video in order to be given the opportunity to retake after you have submitted your answers. So the first question we're going to look at is this. What is the function of the prologue? Okay, the prologue came at the very beginning of the play. And here are your answer choices. It explains the conflict and resolution that drive the play's plot. It introduces the play's characters. It informs the audience about the playwright, meaning Shakespeare. Or D, it builds suspense about what will happen after the play's action ends. Okay, so here is a snippet of the prologue. Take a few minutes, seconds to read it, and then you need to choose your answer, please. Okay, so the answer to this question is A. The prologue, if you read it, you have the modern version on, I'm sorry, here's the Shakespearean version and then the modern version on this side. And what it does is it tells you the entirety of the play, the plot of the play. It explains the conflict and the resolution of the play. So the answer is A. Here is the excerpts that pertain to the next question. The next question is here. How does the description that Mercutio fashions of Queen Mab in his speech change over the course of his soliloquy? You may remember that Mercutio says his Queen Mab speech when all the guys are on the way to the Capulet ball, and Romeo states that he's a little nervous about going to the Capulet ball, that he had a dream the night before that something bad was going to happen. So read the beginning of the Queen Mab speech, and then this is the end. And as you read, consider how his description of Queen Mab changes, and then you'll answer the question. So here is the question. How does it change? Or I'm sorry, here are the answer choices. How does Mercutio's description of Queen Mab change over the course of his soliloquy? Okay, is it A, his picture of Queen Mab does not change? Is it B, Queen Mab becomes more improbable and unattractive over the course of the speech? Is it C, Queen Mab becomes nicer and more adorable over the course of the speech? Or is it D, Queen Mab becomes more alarming and wicked over the course of the speech? Choose your answer, please. You will notice, if you read the excerpt, that Queen Mab's description the description of Queen Mab becomes more alarming and wicked, because he starts out by saying that she is the fairy's midwife, and she comes in the shape no bigger than an agate stone on the forefinger of an alderman, drawn with a team of little atomi. So it's very lighthearted, and then it goes on to say, sometimes she driveth over a soldier's neck, and then dreams he of cutting foreign throats. So she becomes a little bit more wicked, and she gives people dreams that will be kind of naughty, or wicked is a good description. So the next question is, in Act 3, why does Romeo initially refuse to fight Tybalt? So here's the first question that you need to answer before we read about it. What has just happened prior to the fight between Tybalt and Mercutio, and then the fight between Romeo and Tybalt? And then here is the line that helps you to answer this question. So Tybalt says to Romeo, "Romeo, the love I bear thee can afford no better term than this: thou art a villain." And then Romeo says back to Tybalt, "Tybalt, the reason that I have to love thee doth much excuse the appertaining rage." Okay, so consider what has happened prior, and here are the answer choices. A, after marrying Juliet, Romeo views Tybalt as a kinsman or a family member. B. Juliet has asked Romeo not to fight anymore. C. Mercutio urges Romeo not to lower himself to Tybalt's level. Or D. Tybalt is not looking for a fight. What's your answer? And then here is another question. Which of the following is the climax of Romeo and Juliet? Is it A, the deaths of Romeo and Juliet, B, the death of Mercutio, C, the death of Paris, or D, the death of Tybalt? What do you think? Okay, so now that you have answered all of the questions, and please make sure that you do answer all of them, you need to make sure this is what's going to happen next. I will check Zaption responses daily through Friday. If you have provided responses to each of the questions, I will then go in and give you a second attempt on the test. I will K-mail you after this reset has taken place in order to let you know that you are now allowed to retake the test. Good luck, and I hope this was extremely helpful. If you have any more questions, please make sure that you K-mail me. Talk to you soon.